What is up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? My name's Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellania. Today I am coming at you with an unboxing and comparison video for Dreamer Designs. Now, that is going to include both the old version prior to, my understanding is it changed right about 2023, and the newer version after 2023. So this kit on the left is a kit, as you can see, the box is different, that was picked up in from a D-stash and is a prior to 2023 kit with the different grid style and whatnot. And then the kit next to it is one that I purchased from Dreamer Designs directly this year. You can see there's differences in the box on all sides. It's like they kept the features down on this end here similar. It has a QR on this one for 15% off to scan. The back, I mean, aside from, you know, some graphics, it's basically the same sort of stuff, you know, how it works, and with the graphics that are exactly the same. But down here it tells you kit contents. It says Dreamer Cloud Canvas on this one, but this says soft fabric canvas with poured glue, etc., etc. It has a choking hazard on this one down here at the bottom, but basically the same. And then on this side here, they both have these little carrying handles right there. And then it tells you why you should diamond paint. And then it gives you like numbers on the box of, I'm not sure what those numbers exactly mean, but this is the artwork for the new one. It is Teddy Bear from Curtis Reykjavik. It is 60 by 80, or Reykjavik. I'm not sure which it is, honestly, but she's got Care Bears in her hair. Very, very cute. And then this one, which is an old one, is Moon Lily. She's got a cat and a Care Bear in her hair. So I decided to do these two because they're similar in that they have some Care Bears up in their hair. But I'm going to start with the older kit, the one that I know is a D-stashed. It was a older kit, and we're going to see if there are massive differences between the two, because there should be. And then I will kind of treat this as both an unboxing and a comparison video, just so that you can kind of see the differences. So I am opening this one from the bottom where the image is, because I have found that with the older kits, that is actually how they package it, is upside down. The other thing that I've noticed is that they roll the canvas super tight and around a piece of styrofoam in the older versions. I don't know if that's going to be the same in the newer version, but this is the older version. I'm going to put that on this side over here. And then I am also going to open this one from the bottom. Actually, I'm going to open this one, I think, from the top, because they did flip it around. All right, and then this one is open at the top. Now, we can see that the bag is the same, even though the boxes are different, okay? Let's start with the old version. And it looks to me like our contents are all going to be in here. Bag with our toolkit, our canvas, which is rolled extra tight, our drills, okay. All right, there are our drills and our bag, etc. Let's see about this one. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to untie everything. There we go, there we go, there we go. All right, it looks to me, aha, the canvas is definitely different. and the tool bag is different. This bag is the same. The canvas is definitely different. It is a softer canvas. It has a fuzzy back on the new one. This one, you can see that it is the old version where it is basically just a like material, nothing on the back. And I can see already that this one is going to have fraying issues just like Spirit does. So let me move this stuff because we don't need this in the way right now. All right, scooching this stuff out of the way. And for now, I'm going to start with the old version, okay? So their toolkit, the older version of the toolkit, and this is how you will know that you have an old version as well. It's still a cloth bag. They've kept that. But in this one, you will receive a bag of baggies, 2 itty-bitty little Dreamer Design logo trays, very cheap, 2 things of logoed wax. The containers are logoed, not the wax itself, but 2 things of wax, and 2 pens with 2 squishies, 2 different tips on them. You got your copper tip and then a plastic tip. Boop, boop, boop. There you go. 2 squishies. Purple, all matching. And then we have their typical, it looks like a 2 or 3 placer, a whatever this is, probably a 5 placer, and then a straightening tool. I love the straightening tool personally, but I hate these tips. And then a set of murder tweezers, branded. Look at how sharp those things are. That you'll poke your own eye out, your husband's eye out, your mailman's eye. Don't poke the mailman's eye out, but they have the Dreamer Designs logo on them. That is the toolkit from the old version. Let's see what this canvas is going to look like. Now, the one thing that I have noticed from these older versions is that what you see on the image on the box and what you see on the canvas itself do not typically, for whatever reason, appear to match each other. Not sure why that is. The other thing is you do not get a sticker sheet with these old versions. You just, well, you get a sticker sheet, but just for the stickers, not for the actual, like, image. I'm going to go ahead and roll this backwards because it is a poured glue canvas, so it should be safe to roll backwards. And meanwhile, I will pull out the literature and the sticker sheet thingy. The other thing that I am noticing is that the plastic never wants to stick down. Now, when I put this back in, I am going to get rid of this tube because this is way too tight to roll a canvas. That is, what, maybe 1.5 inches across, if that? Too tight. You get their old, excuse me, bumped ya, their old literature, which gives you some instructions, like a whole page of instructions. And then where to find their social medias. What is that, an iPhone 4? I'm just kidding. But you can find their information. Alrighty. And then this is what you receive for stickers. And it is literally just for the actual colors themselves. And there are 66 colors in here. Holy crap. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 ABs. This was before like any fairy dust or anything like that existed. And if I straighten this too much, those stickers are going to pop off. So I'm just going to leave it curved because I don't want to lose any stickers. Put that over there. Okay. Now, I've got the canvas rolled backwards. Let's find out what this looks like. Oh, it's actually not bad. this is actually pretty good in matching what is on the box image. Now, granted, her lips look a little funky. Sorry. There we go. Actually, that looks pretty good. I'm actually pretty impressed with how good that looks, including her hair. Looks good. I don't see too many weird issues. Wow. I'm actually liking this. It's very bright. It's very bright. Wow. Okay. The Care Bear looks pretty cute in her hair. But what I can tell you is I can see that this is definitely their old grid. The grid looks bigger than the new grid. And it's really hard to tell in, like, unless you're looking in person. But this actually does look wider than the new grid from what I have seen. I won't know until I've actually, you know, laid down diamonds because I've only done the old version, but this is an example of the old grid. Now let's get the other one open because that's pretty close to the, that's pretty close, I would say, to the original image. Not bad. I think the eyes are a little ill-defined, like there needs to be a little darker around the iris probably, because see, there's a darker line around her irises. But, you know, nitpicking, right? Okay, let's take a look at the diamonds as well. The one issue that I had with the last kit that I worked on was the fact that there was a lot of trash. And actually, I can see by looking at these diamonds, there's a lot of cupping. That was one thing that I have run into with the older versions of the kits, is a lot of trash drills. You can see that there's cupping on even these lighter colors. And usually that's something that you only see in a darker color, but there you go. There's some more either concave or even convex drills. You can tell because you're seeing this or this, and the drill should be flat. See right there, there's lots of cupping. Lots of cupping. And these are resin drills. So more than likely what I will probably end up having to do is, there's ABs. They're like white ABs. They're pretty. What I will probably end up having to do is replacing all of these colors with actual drills that are not cupped. I mean, it's all of the drills are cupped. A lot of trash. Oh my gosh, those ones are terrible. A lot of trash. That is disappointing, not gonna lie. Pretty colors though. Really pretty colors. These dark pink ones kind of look okay-ish. Well, okay. So that is the old one. Let me move this out of the way here for a moment. And then I will get out the new version of things. So this is the newer toolkit, okay? The newer toolkit, you can tell already, is newer because it has some new things in it. One is this really fantastically large tray. It is huge when you compare it, and it has a divider in it. So if you really wanted to, you could put multiple colors of drills in here. One on this side, one on this side. And this thing here opens up to be a pour spout. And you can click it right back closed. We like that. And then it has very high sides. You can see it's glittered and it has their logo, Dreamer Designs. You get 2 purple waxes, same as before, but the wax is purple, not pink. And then here you have the same 2 tops on the pens, but the pens are glittery. And we have two of the squishies to go on the pens. This one looks like somebody tried to eat it. And then your murder tweezers, branded murder tweezers. That's pretty much standard. And then a bag of baggies and their usual placers. That is all the same. But you got a better tray for sure, along with the differently colored wax and the different glittered pens. So, same bag though. All right, and then let's see what we have in here. Now, I will say, like I said, this is a soft canvas. All right, let's get our drills out of there. Still comes in 2 bags. All right, let's roll her backwards. Oh, here's our literature and sticker. Let's roll her backwards. She is the same size as the other, a 60 by 80. I can tell you rolling this backwards, this canvas feels different. Definitely feels different from the other. And looking at the drill field, it is very clear. It is very clean. And even though it's hard to tell on camera, this looks like a smaller drill field. It does. It looks tighter. I'm hoping I can show you enough, but wow. Okay, now in my opinion, this rendering is really clean, really fantastic. I love the fact that there's so much kind of going on in the background, but the art style has not changed because it's Curtis Reykjavik, right? Or Reykjavik. But there's definitely more definition happening in this one. I feel like there's more going on in the eyes. Definitely some color fixes have happened. I feel like this is really beautiful. And like I said, that drill field looks tighter. I know it's hard to see in the camera, but let's see if I can put them side by side and you can kind of tell the difference. First, let's look at these drills. I want to see if these are still going to have issues. I don't want to open them all up just because it'll be harder to put it. Now, I see some I see concave and convex drills there, but it's a darker color. A lot of that color. And actually, that doesn't look too bad. I mean, yeah, there's trash. There's going to be trash, but this looks like less than in the other, where it was like literally every freaking bag. Here's another dark color. Yeah, some trash in there. So it'd be something to watch. Ooh, that's got some really bad ones. Woof. But that's a dark color. Let's look at a light color. That's pretty trashy too. So it looks to me like it's the same trash drill issues. I can't stick those. Oh my gosh. I can't stick those to a canvas. They will not stick. Okay. So it does not appear as though they have fixed the drill issue with regard to the trash drills. But the drill field looks better, so that's something. All right, I brought you up to the tabletop. I'm hoping that I'll be able to show you a better view of these two next to each other. Now, as you can see on this older version, the lines are not defined. You can't really tell like where the square starts and stops, whereas on this one, it is very clear where your diamond is going to go. It's a very, very defined look to the drill field. You can see also that they have made changes in the canvas that they're using. This one has like some sparkle to it. It's double layered because there's softness on the back of it. It is very soft in comparison. Whereas this one is basically just whatever woven nylon that they've been using. And this, I can tell you from experience, does fray pretty badly. And then as you can see the back, it's just regular material. And again, it's hard to tell when they're next to each other. Let me see if I can roll this a little bit and see if we can't get some squares right next to it. I don't want to fold it too much, but see if we can get some squares right next to each other. This, like I said, is very clearly defined. It looks to me like the drill field appears smaller. I know it's really hard for you to tell. It looks just a teeny tiny bit smaller. It may seem larger because of the actual like gridding of it, but it's just very clear in comparison. And I know, having worked with those black areas right there, see how muddy that looks compared to the other? It's almost fuzzy. When you're right on top of it, it isn't. But let me go up here a little bit, because the other thing that I had an issue with was the glue. So rolling this back on the old one, it's good and sticky. I'm hoping I wouldn't have the same issue because this is a bit newer than Spirit was, but definitely stickier than Spirit was. However, you can see all the ripples in this plastic. That is because this baby was rolled so tightly that the plastic had no choice but to wrinkle on itself. I mean, you can see that the ripples also go into the glue, where it has almost removed the glue from that spot. It is not as sticky. And in those little rivulets or rivets, whatever you want to call it, where the plastic is so wrinkled. I mean, even now, if I lay it down, it's going to go right back to the way that it was, because the plastic itself is wrinkled from being rolled so tightly. Whereas you look at this one, it is very, very good because it was rolled loosely. And then as for the glue in this one, let's take a look. I don't see any issues. It's very well poured, looks great. Oh, and it is sticky. It is very sticky. You know, I feel like I'm going to end up working on a newer version before I go back to an old version, to be honest with you, because I want to see what the differences are in size, and I will compare it to Spirit, which I know for a fact has huge gaps, and then see what it looks like. But comparing the two, it looks to me, even in the legend looks different. Let me pull the legend up over here. So in the newer one, the legend is very large, very, very clear. This one, it's smaller, tighter, compact. Yes, it's clear, and yes, you can read it, but it is definitely more clear and larger on this new version of the legend on the side. Yeah, I have to say, it looks just better quality overall with the newer canvas. Although this does look good. I like looking at her eyes too. Her one eye has this like swirl pattern in it. That's pretty. She's very cute. Very, very cute. And the coloration, the weird coloration, seems to be managed a little bit. I can't even show you another one that I opened. It made me too sad and I had to put it away. But I definitely have to say, though, that the newer version of this canvas, you can tell that they have really paid attention to some more of the charting choices. I still see some weirdness in these like chin strap things that they decide to do with these girls for some reason, but I'll know better what it looks like when I lay down some drills. That said, you guys, do you have the newer version, this one, or the older version? I'm curious to find out what you think. If you saw my video about Spirit, you know, let me know what you're dealing with the pre-2023 versions. Or if you have some newer square kits, what is your experience with that like? Are you enjoying Dreamer Designs? Let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, you guys, as ever, thank you for sticking around. I hope that wherever you are in this great, big, beautiful world, that you are having a wonderful morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.